Good morning, afternoon, evening. Give me a big wave, guys. If you can see us all right, there are five in the chats below. Paparazzi. Yes. Welcome, 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 champions, to our Champions Academy. If you're brand new, this is the day. This is the day that in my network marketing career, something I've learned is leaders are learners. And those that really prioritize bettering themselves so you can add more value to your communities, your customers, your partners, your teams, and everything, you attract success is attracted by the person you become. And since 15 years ago, when I first stepped into this profession as a broke college student, not knowing my butt from my elbow, one thing I did prioritize was training. And in particular, in my career, Saturday's always been one of those things. I've actually missed probably less than one per year for the last 15 years. So welcome to this place. And I'm grateful to have you here. And these days we have different time zones and different lives. You're all busy because we have holidays. Who here is in the thick of your holidays now? You're like, it's like, wow, family's here, right? My mother-in-law just came in. My family's coming tomorrow. We're going out somewhere after this. So, but the fact that you're here, whether live or on replay, shows a lot about you. Because in this season, this is a separation season where most people slow down in their vision and their goals. But the fact that you even come in here and you're like, hey, I want to learn, I want to grow, we're very proud of you. So honored to be with you here today. I want to start. We have a lot of people that we're going to go through today. We have a lot of nuggets. We're going to talk about vision. We're going to talk about goals, and we're going to talk about how you can blow things up. But I want to start with a couple of announcements that are really timely right now so you are aware of what's happening. Some of these are market specific, so North America, for example, but let me go through a couple of these things, all right? So number one, out here in United States and Canada, we have a couple of promotions happening right now. I'm curious, did anyone pick up any of these deals yet, or you're planning to? Put a me in the comments if you are thinking about that or you have already. 4 packs, 10 packs, 30 packs US, free shipping. Guys, free shipping is a big thing for either you or for your customers and your partners. Is anyone else like me where you purposely spend more just to get free shipping and stuff? Like, I spend $50, save $10, Cindy. You know, that's a good math right there. That's savings, right? So we have that, and it is due like on the 23rd. So it's coming up around the corner. If you're the type that you are buying in bulk and reselling, use this opportunity. You will want to consider that because, hey, any money saved means that you can earn more as well, too. Maybe you need to go ultimate still. Who here is ultimate, by the way? Put a U in the comments if that's the case and want to recognize you. Congratulations. It is the first goal for every single partner to lock in your business for life, double your bonuses, do all those cool things. If you're not ultimate, this could be your opportunity to go ultimate, for example. So we have that in Canada. We have a 3 and a 4 pack, and that's going to be awesome. They have free shipping on that as well, too. All right, so make sure to take advantage of that. Also, at the same time, if you've been living under a rock, I'll bring you above the rock. Who here has heard about the 2025 Body Balance Challenge? Are you pumped? Are you excited? Who here is ready to change your body? Who here is kind of, you're working really well on your before photo during these holidays? Is anyone else like that? You're like, that extra cookie. We got sugar stuff, right? Maybe like you're kind of thinking about things. The first time, I'm not going to tell you to do this. The first time I ever heard about the drops back in 2012 when they first came out, they were called secret sauce. It was like this hidden thing. Don't do this. I purposely bulked for a month, Joanne. I think I gained 15 pounds and then I lost the 15 pounds. I'm like, it works. Don't do that. Not wise. Don't take advantage of that. So anywho, be mindful. You have a journey and health and everything, but get ready for this. I know that as we're doing this call, we have a schedule of calls that are happening. We're going to stream all those, by the way, into our respective prospect-facing groups. So if you ever miss them, like us in our communities will see them. But January 6th, we launched this. All right. And be very intentional. We're going to talk about steps today so you can really lock that in and be successful with that. But get ready. It is the most, I will tell you this, in 13 years of building with these drops, This campaign has always been the most successful, yielded the best health results, and the best business boom as well too. Who here is here because you want to launch your 2025 into the best year ever? Like, this is one we need to absolutely crush. And I will tell you this too. Our team always gets the best winners in the challenge. We always win. So you're in good soul, guys. Who here's gonna be the winner, by the way, of $1,000? Come on, Joanne's like, boom, like right there, right? So claim that. It's gonna be awesome, right? And the last thing is this: in every single network marketing, one of the big principles of success, if you want a big financial year, is that leaders go and they grow events, especially big events. This next year in North America, we have two. We have PXP in Dallas. I know many of you already were at the last one. You're going to go to the next one. And then we have in February one in Destin, Florida, February 6th to 8th. There's going to be over 1,000 plus people. You're going to meet all the founders, all the owners. I was on a couple calls with Cindy and Lindsay yesterday. They're introducing Danielle Singh, our president. She's in work mode, guys. She is enrolling, she is duplicating, she's doing the do, and she's introducing us to the brand new teammates, and they are focused on Destin. They are driving towards this. It's the place to go to. But you're going to meet people like Darren and John, the corporate staff. You're going to meet all the amazing faces that you see around the world. You're going to see a lot of fun. And if anything, you're going to have a party. Who here likes to have fun? There's going to be an emerald party. Me and Becky, I'll let you know this. We are literally purposely practicing some dance moves. I am not a dancer. I am, Cindy. I'm doing it. We're doing it. So you would be impressed. You would be impressed. So anyway, it's going to be fun. But I want to talk, and I want to bring someone up today to talk about why are events so important. Louie Taylor, if you don't know, we have a really cool call called Breakfast of Champions call that happens Monday through Friday. Louie is behind the scenes a lot of times doing this. But Louie, I saw that you actually picked up your ticket to come to this Destin event, and you live out here in San Diego, right?
We are neighbors, sir.
We are neighbors. Yes. So that's kind of far, isn't it, to go to Destin?
Other side of the country, yes, absolutely. And it's
Yes.
not like I'm going for better weather.
Not, I know. We're really spoiled here in San Diego. Louie, when you're thinking about this, it takes time, it takes money. You've been to a lot of events in your career as well too. Why did you decide to go to this? Why should we even consider this?
This event, even though I actually made it to PXP, I was super happy I made it to PXP in Orlando. It was fantastic. It was my first uh, partner co-event, and it truly set the mentality for me for being in this company. I didn't know what to expect, but someone said, "Hey, we have tickets available." And I said, "Okay, well, if I'm going to do this, I got to go all in." And I went, and it was super short notice, but I did it. And, squeezing budget, working around the jobs and that kind of thing, and made it happen. And I loved the PXP event in Orlando. It was fantastic. It was fire. It was a chance for me to meet not just people here in San Diego. It was a chance to meet people from all across the country, people whose names I knew. Uncle Steve, you know who I'm talking about. And there are people whose names I knew from being my neighbors here. People who live here in San Diego that I had never met before. Miss Eva, shout out to you. Uh, there were people that I met that I was like excited to be a member of the same group with, and just to see their enthusiasm, uh, their excitement about being there, and I was like, okay, this works for me. I like this. I love this group of people. These people are setting me on the right path for the mindset, and making me feel great. And yes, Sunny. I met Sunny at PXP. It was awesome. Completely random, but met Sunny at PXP. We had a fantastic time hanging out. Um, Choosing to go to Destin, I need to keep myself close to the fire. I need to keep myself enthused, excited, involved. Yes, I am on some of the things behind the scenes around here, and that's great. Trust me, that definitely helps keep me close to the fire. But those events for people who don't do things like I do, those events for people who aren't surrounded by a team of people who are as enthused as you are, those events help set that mindset. Those events help set that goal.
Mm.
Um, it was actually at why is it always Orlando? It was at an event in Orlando when I first set my intention to stay inside of the network marketing industry.
Mm.
And so to go back there and then run into this company and understand how important it was a second time and get that fire started again. I was so excited. And so Destin being the next big event that I could make it to, I was like, okay, yeah, Destin it is. Destin's going to be. I will be at PXP in Dallas. No doubt about
Come
that one. That
on.
was already
Come on.
on the books. Yeah.
There we go. It's like the whole lifestyle, right? Like it's a part of the whole game. I really feel that if you don't go to these events with the company, you're not getting the full partner co experience. Like it's like your family. You meet, it's like a family regathering. Who here wants more friends that are really cool, by the way? Like you want to hang out with really cool, fun people. More than ever, we need to find our tribe. And that's what happens when you go to these types of events and just becomes a part of your system. So Louie, congratulations, man. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for everything that you do and you serve and support the whole community. And congratulations. We've been hanging out real
Thank you.
soon. Absolutely. So guys, if you haven't grabbed your Destin event ticket yet, be sure to go and grab your tickets today. All right. Talk to your mentors, talk to your coaches, make sure to get it. Leaders make decisions fast. And this is what we always say. Just grab the ticket first, figure out the rest later. You will always find a way. You might be like, man, I don't have the money for the lodging, for the travel. You'll find a way. You will always find a way, but the decision comes first. All right. Who here already has your ticket or you're planning to grab your ticket? Put a 1 in the comments if that's the case. Yeah, no, Cindy definitely does. Absolutely. Right. So definitely grab that. All right. I want to bring up also, we're going to be talking about the power of vision. But I want to highlight somebody here that had the opportunity, and I want to give you some ideas, right? 'Tis the season for the holidays. So as you're connecting, these are good opportunities to connect with your customers, your prospects, your partners, and everybody. But I had the opportunity to get invited by Adella Sanchez. Let me find Adella. Where'd you go, Adella? There you are. Adella. Hey, what's up, Adella? There you are. You're on mute right now. And we were hanging out, had a great team event. If you're local and you have people around you, just gather people. They were sharing testimonies and people were buying drops and people joining as partners and they were doing a presentation. Just the vibe was so good. But I want to share this, Adella. Adella, first, do you mind me asking? I'm going to share a clip that I recorded of you. Vision is important. And I want you to put this in your mind and we're going to show you how to do it in just a bit. But Adella, if you don't mind me asking, how young are you?
I am 47 years young. No.
Yeah, yes.
77. I'll be 78 in April. Yes.
Wow. My
Yes.
God.
But I'm feeling 47. That's
Come
the
on.
deal.
Yes. Look at that. She is out and about. She's making this happen. I was so inspired because we were at this event. I'm going to share this of her because she was talking about her vision for what to do. And I want you to think about your vision today. So let me make sure I have audio on this. I believe I do. And take a look at this. We are here with Adella and Daniel, and we are in Mexico Cafe, correct?
Yes, we are.
There's something significant about this room. What is significant here? What do you have in mind?
Well, I think we can fill this room up for next year's Christmas party. What do you think?
I think that's possible.
Yes, I do.
This will be filled, and
Yes.
this will turn into the actual $10,000
$1,000
savings check.
Yes, yes,
Come
yes,
on.
yes, that's
Do you
what I
agree,
want.
Daniel?
Do you agree?
Do you agree? Do you think that's going to happen?
Oh yeah, that's going to happen.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Let's go.
Thank you,
Congrats.
James.
This was so cool. So she was saying, hey, we're going to fill that room next year. But I want to talk about this. Guys, do you know once you're director and above, you start earning an extra 15% match in your check called the savings bonus. Once it gets to $10,000, then you're actually able to give that away. All right. So you bought this. I want to talk about this, Adella. This is literally a purse, correct?
Correct.
Okay. talk to us about what this does for you. Why did you buy this? Like, how are you visualizing your goals?
Okay, well, I went to an event and there was a purse lady there, and actually it was for a charitable event. And that purse was $55, and it's blingy. You can't see the bling there, but boy, it's really blingy. And I saw that 10,000. I go, oh my God, I got to get that purse. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, $55 right now. And I bought it. And I just believe you need to keep the vision in front of you. Habakkuk 2:3 says, keep the vision in front of you for the proper time, it will happen. And I just really believe that things are happening now at this age. I'm like reliving my past where I had so much fun in direct sales and everything. And you got to just keep your vision in front of you. And first, God will help you through everything, and making friends and keeping it personal with your team.
So good. So good. Adella, we are so proud of you. We're so inspired by you. Who here thinks Adella's goals? I mean, when I'm 78, I want to be just Adella, you know? So huge congratulations. You inspire all of us to
Thank you.
go for that. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. All right. We talk about titles. We talk about going ultimate. We talk about going director. And then there is, in the top 1% in this company, I'd suggest this to be, who here would love to make $1,000 a week plus, by the way? Like, that'd be one of your goals, right? 2025, we have a whole system that these things are happening. I want to bring up somebody I've had before, but Sarah, let me know if you're available now. I'd love to chat with you. Sarah's somebody that the last time I brought her up, she had this will blow your mind. But in the first 6 weeks, and this is not normal, but this happened. In the first 6 weeks of her Partner Co business, Sarah earned $14,000. Yeah, 14. What? Like, that's nuts. Now, not everyone does that, right? But there's principles and things that we could chat about that there. Am I right on that, Sarah? I want to make sure I'm not putting the wrong things out there. You're on mute right now. Let me ask you to mute real quick. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're delivering Christmas baskets, so I had to jump out of the car. So
no worries.
You'll have to repeat what you said, because
so you made $14,000 in the first 6 weeks of your business. Is that right?
It's probably very close to that. Yes, I think the first 6 weeks, maybe a little bit less than that, but definitely hit that 5 figures mark very quickly. Wow. I think my second week check, before I even knew how to get a paycheck, my second check was $1,900, and then I was trying to figure out, how do I get this money that I've made?
Good problem to have. Oh my gosh.
Yes, for sure.
Wow. And now our newest officer. Congratulations on that. It's a major, major deal.
Thank you.
So I'd love to ask you, all right, you've had this journey now. You've been involved in Partner Co for how long now?
It's been about 3.5 months.
Not too shabby, guys. Not too shabby. So when you think about going from where you were to going to officer, because I think a lot of people, they'd love to get to that level. What do you think has been a major tip for you that has helped you, that it separates you from what others are not willing to do? Is there anything in particular?
It's funny, I was just talking about this the other night with the team. I would boil it down to a couple things. One is really trying to add value to your people. So if you have followers on any social media platform, share obviously about the drops, but anything you can add value, or bringing people into your home. So whatever it might be, maybe it's you're cooking soup tonight and you want to share that recipe. Maybe you take a picture and tell people you're going to share the recipe tomorrow, giving them something that they can come back to your page and look for. Little small things that you can do like that makes people really feel a closeness to you, and you're giving them value. And that also in return, that they build trust with you, right? So then if you're sharing a recipe that they end up loving, they're going to probably love other things that you recommend too. So I found that to be really helpful. The other thing is, I would say mindset. I've had a complete mindset shift over the 3.5 months. I was a very private person on social media, and I've changed a few things with my settings. and I've really tried to find what is my niche and try to find new friends. So in a month and a half, I've really focused on that. So I would say 75% of my customers, as well as new brand partners, are all like organically grown new friends within the last month and a half.
So where are you finding friends?
So I will go to groups that I'm in and or like-minded groups. So find something that you are interested in, and I will click on comments. I will see things that I agree with, and I will friend request them. And I hope that they'll see my summary. So if you don't have a really good summary on your Facebook page, certainly like sharpen that up to really hone in on what you offer. If they click on that, hopefully they'll see that maybe we have some things in common and that they'll accept my friend request. But if they don't, I'm a firm believer that God didn't put them in my path for a reason, and maybe they can't handle it right now.
My gosh.
So some will accept and some won't. But it's just, those people that are supposed to be in your path will be in your path. So I've had over 1,500 new friends in the last month and a half that I've in joint with, like people requesting me as well as me requesting them. And then I have over 1,000 followers that I gained in a month.
Wow. Guys, this is the key. If you want to do what Sarah's been doing, you have to intentionally get to people that are like you. So here's her page, and you take a look. She's got her bio. She's got her pinned post. Come on. But so if you feel like, hey, I'm posting and no one's looking at this, well, you have to continue to expand. So I love that intention, but you know who you're looking for as well, too. You're not just looking for everyone. It's not just numbers, but you're just doing that. And I can tell, who you can tell Sarah is that person that you would like to be friends with. Like, isn't she just nice and, enjoyable and just like, I want to, right? So the way you show up, your intention is super important, like that. You said you had a third tip as well. Was that right?
Yeah, well, so the requesting friends is really important. Adding value, and I guess really being intentional with your brand partners. So if someone signs up to be a brand partner, don't just assume that they want the discount. Offer what that side is, and maybe they don't want it right now, but maybe after they've tried the product, they will. So I have a little script. First of all, I'll do a voice text and I'll tell them, hey, you signed up to be a brand partner. You're going to enjoy that 30% discount, which is amazing. But if you want to be plugged into all the tools and resources our team has, this company is amazing and it's fabulous. So that, and then make sure that they have everything that they need. So don't make assumptions that people don't want to share, because a lot of times they do. They're going to be talking about the products, and why not show them the full aspect of the business? So it takes a village to grow to be an officer, right? This is not just me doing this. This is the team is thriving. They're booming. Every single day, I feel like every other day I'm like shouting out new rank ups for the team. So it's beautiful, but just don't assume that people don't want to do the business. Share the beauty of it too.
Wow. So much gold, Sarah. Anyone else make that faulty assumption? Not interested. They just signed up for the discount. The expectation is so important, and you're serving your people. Sarah, we are so proud of you. I think everyone is so mind blown. They're like, that was so simple, but okay, I could do that. So thank you for sharing your wisdom. Huge congratulations. And thanks for taking time while you're delivering your gifts and everything. So.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh my God.
For my Facebook page on the comments. Maybe I can put that in the comments here in just a minute.
I did already.
Okay, we'll be friends. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. My gosh, man. All right. So much gold. Who here has already gotten at least one nugget today that you can take already, right? So, all right. So we're talking about the next year, and vision is so important. This training got put together because we have a call we do Monday through Friday called the Breakfast of Champions, called BOC. Mindset, skill set, leadership, so many cool things. We have it on bocpodcast.com. You can watch it live or on replay. And we have this call with Cindy Mcknight called Dear Diary. I'd encourage you, if you haven't listened to that, listen to it. She went raw. She went real. She always does it. Like, you can just take notes on how Cindy trains, and she brings out the deep crevices of her heart and she unveils it to the world and lets you in. Vulnerability is key. Authenticity is key, right? She shared this and that call exploded. Like, people were just like bawling. People were like, oh my gosh. And they were empowered. They were inspired. She talked about how to set vision. And actually was talking about her best friend and business partner, Lindsay Yoakum, her goal on what's called a personal, intentional impact statement, or chief definite aim. And I had to bring her back up because she gave us a link that I will give to you guys as well too on how to build this. Who here, by the way, has ever set a goal for the new year? You were well-meaning, and then a month or two in, you look back, you're like, it's kind of under the desk, right? You're like, let's just forget about that, right? We all have. But Cindy set a goal that took her from 300 a month to over 40,000 a month in 1 year. And today she was able to join us while her son is in a track meet, and she's joining us from her mobile classroom and office. I know, look at that. Cindy, thank you for joining us. How are you, sister? I know, her phone just—
There we go. There we go.
There you are. Yes. Hello.
Oh my gosh. I am so excited to be here with you guys. I love listening to you, Sarah. Really took away some nuggets as to how you're growing your network. You guys, you should all be taking tips from that girl, because she has just exploded over the last few months here. And to hear that she was super private on Facebook, and to grow in such a scalable way too. The way she does it, every single one of you on this call can go into it too. And I just love tips that duplicate, and that is a super duplicatable tip. So it's funny. I don't even know where to start, James. I will tell you this, you guys. Let's start here. Times got messed up today, and I was supposed to be at home at my desk with all my papers and materials in front of me. And my son, he's 15, messed up the times. We got here 2 hours earlier than we were supposed to be, which means that we're here 2 hours later than we're supposed to be. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to do this call. I don't have anything. I need to be there. I've committed to this. What am I going to do? Right. And I'm searching for this pivot of how can I show up in a way that is effective? And it's amazing because we all hear, this catchphrase that we've seen all over the internet. We've heard each other say it, is that, God laughs when you make plans, because the reality is his plan, is my belief, is always so much better and so much more beautiful than anything that we could ever start to orchestrate. And because of this pivot, it forced me to really think back to some different tools and resources that I could bring to you today that would be effective and pack a very powerful punch. So much so that on that original BOC call, I could not find the paper that I was looking for in it. And God just told me I needed to focus on Lindsay. And I believe that I was led to this moment right here. It all makes sense now. I'm going, oh, okay, this makes sense. Because it forced me today to think of different things that I have put out there, different things that I have shared on social media that I could go and grab on the go from my car. And it brought me to a video, that a Facebook Live that I did back in 2018. So to give you guys a little bit of perspective, if you've not seen or heard the podcast, if you've not heard me speak on this before, I fell into network marketing by accident. I always say that I was straight out of options. The opportunity that I jumped into at the time was free, and free was about all I could afford. My husband had just taken $100,000 pay cut. He went from making a little over $150,000 a year to about $43,000 a year. I was at home with babies. I was not working. And if I did go back to work, it would barely cover the cost of daycare. So being in that position of wanting to help contribute to my family, I signed up with a network marketing company. And I did not even know what network marketing was. I had no idea. I just knew that if I sold, one of these and I purchased one of these for 20 bucks or 10 bucks and I sold it for 20, I would make $10 retail profit. And I jumped in because I was truly just in it to make $100. I was like, if I could sell 10 of these, $100 goes a long way in my life. I mean, say me in the comments if you've ever been in a point in your life where $100 was the difference between eating and not eating. I mean, that's where we were. I was like, if I can put gas in the tank, if I can help with groceries, we were massively in debt, and things were just spiraling out of control. So I jumped into network marketing, and I heard about an event. I love that you started this call with event, because I heard about this event that was happening, and it was in a chat group. People were talking about this event and how much fun it was going to be, and party, and the last thing that I had in my life at that time was party and fun. I was severely stressed. I was overweight, unhealthy, really unmotivated in a lot of ways. I had no purpose or passion. I felt like I was living my life to wash everybody else's underwear so that they could go out and live their best life. Just the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. That's how I felt. So I thought I could use a little bit of fun. Thankfully, I scraped together enough nickels to be able to get to this event. We roomed with about 8 people in a 2-bedroom, a 2-bed standard hotel room. I mean, we were like 3 to a bed, people on cots. I mean, it was insane, just packed like sardines. And I'm so thankful that I went for the fun, because I was not going there to change my life or be massively inspired. But I will tell you what happened. What happened was, as I'm sitting in this convention center surrounded by thousands of people, it was dark and there was loud music playing, and they started recognizing people at the top of the compensation plan. First question I had was, what is a compensation plan? You guys, I didn't even know what a compensation plan was. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know how to maximize it. I had no idea. Okay. So I'm watching these people cross the stage. Okay. One after another: Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, old, young, male, female. And I open up my phone and I'm like, what does this mean? And I open up my phone and I Google, what does the average person at the top of the compensation plan make at this company? And the number that I saw absolutely is imprinted into my brain forever and ever, for all time, because it was the defining moment for me that led me on a completely different path that I had no idea that was even available to me. It was $40,109 a month. And I thought, this doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense in my head. There's people out there making $40,109 a month. Like, my husband's making $42,000 a year, and he's got a professional career. He's a commercial airline pilot, he had just moved over to JetBlue. You guys, by the way, starting year pilots, they don't make much. Okay. So there's lots of mistruths out there. But anyways, I digress. It didn't make sense to me. And I just kept watching, and I fell into my seat surrounded by people. I didn't have a team. I was a team of me. And I just started sobbing, with relief, with hope, with belief of, if these people can do it and they are just like me, then why can't I? Just kept asking myself, if them, why not me? If they can figure this out, why can't I? So I go home. I'm on a newfound mission. I was going to go and make $40,109 a month. I had no idea how I was going to do it. I had no network. I had a friends list of 309 people at the time. Most of them were extended family and some high school acquaintances that I had lost touch with. I mean, no network, no experience, no skill set, no money. And I thought, I'm just going to figure it out. And at the event, people were talking about personal development. Put personal development in the comments, okay? Personal development. If you don't know what that means, then you're going to hopefully take something away today, okay? I didn't even know what that meant. I knew that in order to be successful, then I needed to go develop personally. So I go home and I literally Google like most common, personal development book, okay? And a book comes up and it's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I'm like, that must be the one that I need, right? It's the very first personal development book that I've ever read. So I get this book and I start reading it. Phenomenal book. Just to give you kind of an overview of who Napoleon Hill is, he made it his life's mission to study successful people and to look for commonalities between all these different people, all different professions, careers, businesses. Some were scholars, some were, successful business moguls. It didn't matter. He was studying the art of success. And what he found was that the people who were the most successful were super, super clear on what the end goal was. And they constantly reminded themselves of what that end goal was, how they were going to feel when they hit it, and what they were going to do when they hit it. And then the other piece of that was that they always took daily consistent action towards reaching that goal, no matter what, okay? So I read this book and I decide that I need to write what was referred to as a definite main purpose statement. To tell you a little bit about what that is, it's essentially a future diary entry to yourself. For instance, if you were to write one today on, I think it's December 21st, right? 2024. If you were to write this today, you would date it December 21st, 2025. And it forces you to sit down and think about, what do you actually want to happen? So many times people are just waking up every day like it's an accident. You have no idea what's going to happen that day, that week, that month, that year. Certainly not thinking 5 years, 10 years, 30 years from right now. And because people don't stop and actually think about, what do I want? If I could wave a magic wand over your beautiful heads, what would that look like? You're waking up December 21st, 2025. What are you waking up to an alarm clock anymore? Are you clocking into a job that you hate anymore? Are you retiring your spouse? How are you spending your days? What are you looking out outside your window? What do you see? How do you feel? How does it feel to make that phone call and pay off that credit card that's been haunting you for years? What is that emotion going to feel like? Forces you to think about what it is you want, okay? It also forces you to address head on where your weaknesses are. We all got them. We're all human, okay? We're all imperfect. We're never going to be perfect. We all make mistakes. We all stumble. We all fumble, right? But when you sit down and you write a future diary entry to yourself, it helps you move through those stumbling blocks. It helps you move through those obstacles. So what I did is I sit down and I wrote down a future diary entry to myself in February of 2018. Okay. No team, no nothing. And I put the most audacious things on this piece of paper. Like, how crazy of me to put these things, my soul's desire, onto paper like this when I was a team of one, a team of me. Then in June of 2018, by that point, I had started to grow a team. It wasn't massive. I was making about $300 a month at the time that I read this to them. It took me a few months to gain the courage to actually read what I had put on paper. But I had put this challenge out to my little baby team to not only write it, but I also encouraged them to go live and read it to everybody. And it was one of the most powerful exercises that any of us had ever done. Talk about vulnerability, about sharing the real and the raw. It was, well, the reason I know now that I couldn't find that paper during that BOC call, the reason why the timing was wrong today and I wasn't prepared was because I found that recording from June. I believe James has the screenshot. June, I want to say 18th, 2018, that I read this on Facebook Live in a training group that I had started. And we're going to play it for you today. And it is, it's gut-wrenching. It's vulnerable. You see the person that I was in this moment, which is so much powerful than me reading it at this point in my journey, right? Me reading it in my chapter, 47 versus my chapter 1 is it's a very different experience. I've actually had to watch it a couple times already to kind of desensitize myself to it because it just puts me right back in that place. When I read this, and as you're watching it, I want you guys to understand that it was a future diary entry to myself, and that at the time of reading it, I maybe had a team of, I don't know, maybe 20 people, maybe, okay, maybe, and making about $300 extra a month. When I read this, when I wrote it, I was a team of me. And I think so often we convince ourselves that in order to be a leader, in order to lead other people, in order to be a voice of authority, that you have to be at the end version of yourself. And that is so far from the truth that if nothing else, you walk away today is knowing that you're a leader by your actions, by your intentions, by your integrity, by the way you speak life into people, by the way you speak belief into people, and the way you speak belief into yourself and over your lives. Okay? So without further ado, it's just as hard now to share this as it was to record it live in 2018. You're going to see a different version of me. I was very young in my network marketing career, brand new to leading other people, but I knew that if nothing else, if I was telling other people that they should go and do something, that I needed to put my butt on the line and do it too. So by this point, there were a couple of people who had already read theirs out loud on Facebook Live in our little training group. And now it was my turn. So future diary entry. I will tell you guys just a kind of a little bit of context here is that 9 months later, after this, I had hit my goal of $40,109 a month. The very next month, I more than doubled it because of the beauty of this industry and the power that it has to transform your life. So here we go. Get your tissues.
So I just wanted to start by saying that I am so proud of all of you girls for jumping on here and pouring your hearts out to us. I know that this isn't easy. I get on all the time. I go live in here all the time. Megan Elizabeth, it says you want to go live with me. You want to go live with me? Let me see. Guys, I'm in Shine Bright, right? Just give me confirmation that I'm in Shine Bright before I go into this. Can you guys do that for me? I want to make sure. I think I'm in the right place, but it makes me a little bit nervous. Julie, am I in Shine Bright? I am, right? But I wanted to say that this is not easy, okay? I know that doing this is very, very hard. I go live all the time, and this is probably going to be the hardest video I've ever done in here, because it's really hard, you know, to pour your life out there, and it's easy to go on. I'm sorry, I have a glare. It's easy to go on and talk about, you know, work stuff or how to get better. And thank you, girls. I feel better. But it's really, really difficult to get on here and pour your heart out and kind of talk about the places of our lives that are the most vulnerable. And that's what these definite main purpose statements are, right? Our most vulnerable, the reason why we do this. So I'm going to read it to you. I'm probably going to cry my eyes out. I should have gotten a tissue. Julie, you're going to hate this. I'm sorry. So I'm going to go for it, okay? Because you guys have really, really motivated me to do this. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this because this was really for you guys. But, you know, if I'm putting a challenge out to you and I want you to step up to it, then hell, I should do it too, right? So it is February 20th, 2019, because I wrote this in February. And I, Cindy Mcknight, am so happy and grateful now that I am receiving $45,150 per month in residual income from my Global New Skin Enterprises business. I easily and effortlessly accomplished my daily habits that bring me success. I experience joy each day knowing that what I'm doing is being of service to others and myself. I am a powerful and compassionate leader of leaders, and my ability to guide people to their own success is what has led me to my life of abundance and freedom. With my perseverance, positivity, tenacity, and sheer consistency, I am well on my way to being known as one of the top earners of this decade with this company. Once I began to focus on taking the necessary time for my own organization, instead of giving everyone else all of me all the time, I was able to grow my organization much, much faster. Sticking to a daily task list, as funny as that sounds, is what helped me stay organized and focused on the action steps necessary to increase my income. This is when my business changed completely. I no longer felt like I was drowning in what should I be doing that is most important right now. I focused on doing a little bit each day and poured my energy into the people who craved what I wanted too. What I've been able to create for my family and for others is hard for the average person to fathom. To think that a little over 1 year ago, I didn't even know who or what Nu Skin was, to now being a Blue Diamond Team Elite, going on several incredible vacations a year, giving motivational speeches to people looking to change their life, and living in the kind of freedom that I had only heard about in conversation. It's mind-boggling. Each and every brick of my empire is constructed of the thousands of women that I have helped in some way, shape, or form. Their stories are the writings that fill my skyscraper and will forever be imprinted on my heart. I'm ugly crying, I'm sorry. As a result of my genuine effort, we are living a debt-free life. As I look out the window of our brand new Tesla, a car that my husband has only dreamed about up until this point, I see my children run along the shoreline that's now our backyard. I wave to Steve as he makes yet another minor change to the plans of our dream house. If you knew my husband, you would laugh. That we broke ground on last week on the lake that we have grown to love I'm so sorry. that we broke ground on last week on the lake that we've grown to love over the last 10 years. Knowing that my parents are right down the street from me now, because I was able to retire my dad and purchase a home for my parents in New Hampshire, my soul finally feels at ease. Without the pressure of providing for my mentally ill brother, they can finally live in freedom as well. My brother's needs are met with a cozy home of his own, care that he needs, and a trust fund to help lessen his everyday stressors. He is so deeply involved in our foundation to help those who suffer from mental illness now, that all the struggle has finally been for something. There is a reason behind his suffering. Thank you, God, for it is done. I'm going to jump off of here. I love all of you. Bye.
It's hard for me to watch. I forgot that it existed. Again, I did not have any team when I wrote that. But I knew what I wanted. I sat down and I thought about, what do I want? What does this look like? What will this bring into my life? How will I be able to give and serve in ways that I can't right now? I didn't have a team when I wrote that. When I read that, like I said, I was making about $300 extra per month. You guys, the only person that is putting limits on your life and on your potential is you. And sometimes you just need somebody to look at you, and I'll be that person today. Somebody to look at you and say, I am tired of my own BS. Yeah, I said it. I'm tired of my own BS. As you stare down the barrel of a new year, how are you going to set yourself up differently than the past however many years you've gone into a new year? It all starts by making a plan, planning out, what do you want? What do you want? Most of you probably you really haven't even thought about it. You're like, extra money would be nice. It would be cool to hit officer. It would be cool to hit chairperson 5,000. But what would that actually mean in your life? How would things change? I read that out loud to myself every single day, and I had the same reaction every single day. I would bawl my eyes out and crumble to the floor. I let myself feel what these things would feel like. I celebrated that success long before it even happened. In my mind, it was done. This is done. Now I've just got to get up off the floor and go put in the actions that are actually going to get me there. By the time I stood back up, I was bulletproof. Bad day, hard day, good day, sad day. Didn't matter. Didn't matter who said no. Didn't matter who said yes. Didn't matter who joined and who quit. I was crystal clear on where I was going and how I was going to feel when I got there. I know that life brings a lot of different challenges that you have to face. I know that. I have faced challenges that I never, ever saw coming. And it's valid. But you do need the daily reminder of, why are you doing this? Why do you do the things that you do? So my challenge to you is, you're going to take these templates that James is going to give you. Take some real time. Don't just jot some stuff on paper. Take some serious time to work through this worksheet. Put your heart and spill it out onto paper. And I didn't even ask James for permission, but I'm just going to roll with it.
Go for it.
I'm going to give the extra challenge that I gave to my baby team 6 years ago that I put on myself. Go live in your training group. Read it out loud. Feel the emotions. Share your dreams and your weaknesses with others. Because 6 years from now, when you're sitting in the place that I'm sitting, and you can look back on the earlier version of yourself and you're able to say, I actually did that. You will inspire tens of thousands of people. So that's my challenge to you. Not only write it, go live in front of your people. Lead by example. Don't tell them to do it. You do it and show them you did it. I love you guys. Thank you for having me today in my car with my
Cindy Mcknight. Gosh, I'm not crying. You're crying. So this, I'm on that note. You're on the same wavelength, by the way. I want to do something special as well. Who here would love an opportunity to meet one of our executives to really get to know them? Like, I think we're on a mission, guys, to really showcase the Partner Co. Who are the players in this upcoming year? We want to build those relationships. Of course, go to Destin and everything. But who here would love an exclusive meet and greet, private conversation, private time with someone like Darren Zobrist or John Wadsworth? Anyone like? Would that be cool with anyone? Like, these guys are traveling the world. These guys are doing the most craziest things, and we want to make sure that they know who to watch out for. And I know, Cindy knows, that if you actually do this challenge, which is easy to do, well, it's hard to do, but it's one of the most powerful things you can do. And it will set your life up for forever. Any single person that does this live of your wealth statement. We have a health one, we have a wealth one. So I'll share with you this sheet. I'd encourage do both, right? Do both. We have a health and a wealth. So check the different groups. We'll have them in the captions on this live and everything as well too. Do this worksheet, spend this holidays to do that. And at least if you do your live in your partner group by the end of the year, December 31st, then every single person that actually does that live following this framework, you will get an exclusive invite to this special call. I haven't obviously haven't talked to anyone. I'm gonna ask for a favor, right? Like, come on, guys.
Let's go. Let's do it. I love it.
Yes, yes. Cindy, thank you so much. So proud of you. And you know what I'm excited about? What you just spawned, your live that you had 6 years ago, this exercise. 6 years later, there's going to be hundreds and thousands of people that are going to do the same training. Wow. Gosh. All right. Thanks, Cindy. So appreciate you.
It's an honor. Thank you, guys.
You. The forms are in the chat. The forms will be in all the partner groups and everything. And it's in the captions, in the replays and all that as well too. I dropped it in the chat one more time. But if you are committed to taking on that challenge, like serious, you're actually going to do it. All right. Like, don't BS yourself. No BS. I love that. Who here is actually willing to say today, I'm going to do that live, right? Donna says she is. Put something in the chat, put a me, put 100, put whatever that it is. Chrissy's going to do it. Lucia's going to do it. I'm telling you, it will change your life. Do the hard things and just watch how this next year is going to work. All right. Other than that, everyone, grab your Destin tickets, get ready for the Body Balance Challenge. Like, let's end the year strong. And on that, God bless. We won't have an academy next weekend just because it's the holidays, but let us know however we can serve and support you. Feel free to mute yourself, guys. Have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Say bye, everyone.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.